Mr. Chauvin. As to count one, based on the verdict of the jury finding you guilty of unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony under Minnesota Statute 609.19 subdivision 2 paren 1, it is the judgment of the court that you now stand convicted of that offense. Pursuant to Minnesota Statute section 609.04, counts 2 and 3 will remain unadjudicated as they are lesser offenses of count 1. As sentence for count 1, the court commits you to the custody of the Commissioner of Corrections for a period of 270 months. That's 270. That is a 10-year addition to the presumptive sentence of 150 months. This is based on your abuse of a position of trust and authority, and also the particular cruelty shown to George Floyd. You're granted credit for 199 days already served. Pay the mandatory surcharge of $78 to be paid from prison wages. You're prohibited from possessing firearms, ammunition, or explosives for the remainder of your life. Provide a DNA sample as required by law. Register as a predatory offender as required by law. And then you will receive a copy of the order and also the attached memorandum explaining the court's analysis. Anything further from the state?
If this needs to be said, we just ask that it be executed forthwith.
Defendant is remanded in the custody of the sheriff to be transported back to the DOC or whichever custody is currently holding. Anything from the defense? All right, thank you. We are adjourned.
Derrick Chauvin sentenced to 22 years in prison in the killing of George Floyd. That is above what would be a typical sentence for this crime, but the judge agreed with prosecutors that there were aggravating factors that added to the time. He said that Derrick Chauvin gets credit for the 199 days already served, but he now faces this lengthy prison sentence of 22 years, not the 30 years that prosecutors had requested, but still longer than what would be typical. Mary Beth Albright, let's go to you for some legal...